We're here with a live audience. Would you guys give it up for those in the room? Would you give it up for Cody being here with us today? Why should business owners be using AI to grow their business?
Well, I would say this, that for me, I quickly learned that as a minister, as an entrepreneur, trying to hire employees and, for marketing, for website development, it gets expensive. So I was doing, I was going on Fiverr and all these freelance places trying to find employees to, outsource different things that I couldn't do. And oftentimes I was even disappointed because I had to do multiple requests, multiple edits. And then when AI came out, I was like, man, this really could, even 4 years ago when I started dabbling in AI, I realized, man, this could really, as this grows, this could be a real time saver. And I could replace, $40,000 a year of employees with AI tools. And so that's what over the past 4 years, that's what I've been doing. I went from what I would say is a dabbler to an operator. And so I'm not like an AI influencer online or anything like that. Most of my online content is ministry related, but I've just learned how to become going from a dabbler, which is like using AI as a chat, to how do you train it to become an operator for your business?
Right on. So when it comes to, it sounds like you've used AI to actually, to not necessarily, bottom line is, instead of making a hire, you're leveraging AI.
Yeah.
And it's saved you one hire, saved you about $40,000.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's significant.
It's really significant. Actually.
Yeah.
And I would say that it's time is money. And so for me, I'm really able to 10x myself and my time in a day. I'm doing 3 or 4 things at once during my day. So where I just do one thing, now I can do 4, 5 things at the same time. Yeah, I'm utilizing AI. Yeah.
Man. So for a business, I think about some of my journey with AI, and I think people listening in could relate to this, where at first it's like, resist it. Yeah. That's not for me. I'm good. Don't need it. Mm-hmm. To where it's like, okay, it's not going away. I'm going to be a little bit curious about it.
Yeah.
To where now it's like, okay, how could I embrace this? Right. And even more than I am right now. And the people that I follow, whether it's Tony Robbins, Myron Golden, my coach Omar, now I realize that they're leveraging AI dramatically in their business to save them a ton of time and to go further faster.
Yeah.
So for those that are open to taking a next step this year to grow their business using AI, what's going to be the first thing that you want to land on?
Yeah. Well, I'd say this. So my full-time business or job is I'm a real estate analyst for a company called Aspen Funds. And so, because I've learned AI, they've made me their AI consultant in the company. So like I train up all their employees. So whatever position they're in, I consult with them to help them. Okay, how can we use AI for your specific company?
Help them implement
it. So I would say the same thing that I tell those employees that are just kind of like, I meet people, young people to 65, 70, these people that are like, what do I do with AI?
Right.
And so what I say to them is the first step really is choosing a platform that you feel comfortable with, whether it be chat. I prefer Claude. I find that one to be, I have my hands in all of them. And Claude seems to be the most effective for me. Claude, like his name, Claude. Claude. Yep. Claude AI.
How do you spell that?
Claude. Claude. Yep. Claude.ai it's Anthropic. That's the company that owns Claude.
So what's the difference of, don't lose your train of thought.
Yeah.
What's the difference between like ChatGPT-5 and Claude?
So I would say, from my experience, I use chat for more art design type stuff. So if you're an artist or something like that, chat does a great job. I've done 2 children's books through AI. People would give me their illustrations and I'm like, hey, I can't illustrate them, but let's see if AI can illustrate them and make them come to life. And it's turned out to be pretty amazing, actually. I've trained up chat to do children's books and art. If I'm doing anything for my thumbnails for YouTube or anything like that, I use chat. So it's okay. I've kind of, just by testing its limits, I've kind of learned which ones have more have better fruit. So I would say Claude Code is, because you have a chat feature, you have a co-work feature, you have a coding feature, and I heavily lean on Claude Code for complete automations and employee development, basically.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we can go through all the different ones. Gemini works pretty good if you are using Google Workspace. It's kind of integrated into your. I use Gemini for Google Drive, for email stuff, all kinds of different things with Gemini. But Claude is the one that's actually, I find it to be the best at development or creating employees or training employees for automation purposes. So I guess I wouldn't say that I'm an expert in any of them, but I would just say that I've dabbled in them enough to know which one works best for me and my companies. And it seems like Claude Code is the best one.
How are you learning to use those different AI platforms?
For me, I'm a very determined person, so I just keep pushing its limits. I talk with it on a regular basis on my phone. I'm just constantly saying, I wonder if I have an idea. I'm like, I wonder if AI can do it. So I just ask it questions, and I have it actually, AI has trained me by just me having conversations with it. Or I'll go on YouTube and watch videos. But recently I've trained my AI bot to transcribe YouTube videos and learn from them. So if I wanted to do something in Claude to do something, I find people that are like code experts that have YouTube videos. I upload the video to Claude and I say, hey, transcribe this and learn from this so we can do the same thing. And he's like, and he just learns from the YouTube videos. So rather than me trying to watch YouTube videos and learn it, I have Claude train himself through just uploading YouTube links. So that's
clever.
One thing.
Who's one of the people that you're following on YouTube? Just to give us a recommendation.
I would say probably Tom Bilyeu.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. He has a pretty strong master course on it. I haven't taken it, but I've just watched some of his content.
Yeah.
And the guy's billionaire, entrepreneur, and he uses AI heavily with different. He recommends Claude Code as well.
Okay.
On a lot of things. So.
Well, thanks for the recommendation. That's good to know.
Sure.
So what's the first step to circle back?
Okay. First step would be, I would recommend getting Claude Code. Okay. And you really need, I know it's expensive, but you need the Pro or the Max subscription, which is either $100 or $200 a month. And you need to start really just getting to know, navigating, having conversations, getting familiar with it, allowing AI to get to know your business. So I just started just brain dumping all the things that I did. And when I first got started, I'm like, all right, I want you to get to know who I am. I uploaded a bunch of documents, files, so it can know my business. And so over time, over the past 4 years, my AI bot knows everything about me with business. So I can tell it to do something. I don't have to retrain it. It just already knows it. So I give it prompts and it does it. Just because I've just had conversations. Just like when you're training employees, right? You got to have, you got to train them. You got to ask them questions. They got to get to know you. They got to get to know your business. And so I've just always thought of AI as an employee or like a college kid fresh out of college that's ready for training. And I'm just like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. It's like a research assistant on steroids that's digested the whole internet. You know what I mean? And it can read a PDF of 375. I just recently did this for a client. She had a 375-page PDF with all these financial statements that she needed to extract the data from, make a spreadsheet. I just uploaded it to Claude and said, here's what we need. It read the PDF in 3 seconds and gave me a spreadsheet within 4 or 5 minutes. Because it can see a PDF and read it instantaneously, So yeah, I mean, I just started prompting, having conversations. And a lot of people online will say it's all about how you prompt, knowing how to prompt. I just thought I'm just going to have conversations with it. And the more conversations I had with it, and I would say, okay, he didn't really understand me there, the better I got at making my prompts. Some people get kind of scared because they're like, I don't know how to talk to AI. So that's a big thing with people that I'm training at work is they're like, what do I say to it? I'm going to just talk to it like he's your assistant and just have conversation with him, let him get to know it, ask him questions. Hey, can you do this for me? And you might be surprised or actually shocked on what he can do if you just start asking questions. Yeah.
So at that, you said Claude, and it's $100 or so a month.
Yeah.
If you were talking to, because there's entrepreneurs, I mean, my son Matthew, he's 14, about to be 15. So what would be somebody that's his age group, not one to invest at that level? What would be a step that he could take that still would be in alignment with step number 1?
Well, so if you get the base level, $20, $30 a month, but that gives you, it doesn't give you access because you really need to have access to your computer. So that's why you go to the pro level.
Huh.
So Claude, I have Claude on a separate computer apart from my personal laptop that's just isolated. So I'm trained because I was nervous about security features and just different things like that. So, and I think Claude has some fantastic security features. So I've learned now that it's maybe not as risky, but I just wanted to isolate him and then train him up on his own on a computer that has access to all the files that I want him to have access to, right? Just kind of isolate him. So that's when you get the real strength, is when you can actually have him have access to your hard drive. Okay. So if you just need the base level to start learning how to chat with him, like if you have him on your phone or ChatGPT, you can start with that. You can start just by having it and just learning how to have conversations with him. And so I would still say, though, that's a little bit of a dabbler, because if you really want to have automated, you got to give him access. You got to train him. He needs to have the ability to operate, or you're just learning how to have conversations. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you want to get started just having conversations, you can get the base plan and just learn how to chat with it and ask it questions. It can do research through that. It can do a lot of different things, but you don't have access to CoWork or Claude Code unless you go to the higher subscription.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah. We're kind of getting a little technical, and yet it's okay. I know this is your wheelhouse. So, okay. Are we ready to dive into the second?
Sure. Yeah.
What's the second thing you have?
For as far as the five things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, so the 5 things were for me where I wanted to share with you guys 5 employees.
Was that the warm up to the 5 things? Oh, that was okay. That was the okay.
Because Chris, he asked me, to give 5 tips that would help you guys advance for 2026. I thought it would be better to give you 5 employees that you could train. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to give you guys the 5 employees that I've trained up for AI. All right. So the first one is your VA, or your virtual assistant.
Okay.
So that's the first employee. So with ministry, with publishing, with AI, or with real estate analysis, I have a VI that is assistant that never sleeps, basically. I can have it working overnight for me, doing different various virtual assistant tasks, administrative tasks. So anything you can think of that's administrative, or kind of any task that a virtual assistant can do, an trained AI bot, specifically Claude Code, you can automate virtual assistant types. So I was able to replace a virtual assistant with Claude Code. So that's the first one. I'm not sure if you want to ask questions about that, or if you want me to.
Yeah. So give us some examples as far as the assistant. What are some of the things that you have it doing for you?
So email automation is a big one for me.
Okay.
So it has access to my email on my, and I've trained it to access different Chrome profiles. So like I have my ministry profile, I have my publishing profile, I have my real estate analysis profile, but I've trained it to know the difference. So I say, hey, I want you to go to my real estate profile, and then I start working through my emails. It can search emails, it can organize your emails. You can say, hey, I want you to every morning give me the ones that seem to be the top priority. Put those in a folder so I see those first. So I've really helped out a lot of people with email automation. And I can have it automatically draft email responses for me that I can look through. And I can make nice creative emails with HTML coding. I can do all kinds of crazy things with emails for ministry stuff. If you have newsletters, so it'll create a lot of those kind of animations or automations for emails. It's all kinds of things a virtual assistant can do, but I would say any kind of research, which I have some of that also in here, but research, that thing can research. It can do marketing analysis. I use it a lot for ministry. If I'm doing Bible study, I'm like, hey, I want you to give me the top 5 commentators on this book of the Bible, and I want to do some deep analysis and so he gives me all these sources, and he does a deep dive. I want to know the original language. So it's like anything that's on the internet, it can pull that content to you, rather than you having to go and do all the search yourself. You have one guy that's like your research assistant that has memorized the internet. You know what I mean?
And that's on Claude?
Yeah, it's Claude.
Okay.
Claude Code. And Claude Code has its own built-in search, kind of like Google, but you can also have it access your web browser. So I'll say, hey, I want you to go on Facebook. I want you to go on YouTube and do some research for me and pull out the top YouTube videos on this topic. And then I want you to transcribe it and give me summaries or whatever you can think of with research. It can do that for you. So virtual assistant, research, anything else that stands out to you that you'd like to mention for the VA?
Yeah.
Let's see. You can have it you can within that you can get really creative. Like I can say, hey, at 8 a.m. every morning, give me a summary of my top emails, or it can give you a report in the morning for whatever. If you have financials, you want it to give you a daily report, like a client status, or you can just have it do anything administrative. You can have it pinpoint. I'm sure there's a lot of things that it can do that I'm not even mentioning. As long as you just try it out. Say, hey, Claude, I have this need. I need a dashboard so I can see my clients. It'll make you a website dashboard. It can do all kinds of things like that for a virtual assistant.
Right on, I'm learning.
Yeah.
That's good.
And some of these things kind of pour into the other employees. But the second one is marketing. So for ministry, man, it's been a huge benefit for newsletters. I have it work on my blog. I'll give it content. It'll help me add it to my website, automatically send the newsletter out to my subscribers. A lot of marketing analysis for my ministry. I do deliverance ministry, which is, for those that aren't familiar with that, it's just exorcisms. I know it's kind of a unique conversation to have, but I've been doing that for 20 years. And so I look for other people's content. What are other people posting about this? What are the common trends? What are the people that are searching for those kind of videos? What are they looking for? What kind of content are they wanting to digest? And so I'll have it go on YouTube and pull out all that stuff for me, so that I know, okay, here's my audience, and so I need to probably be producing content that meets my audience's needs, right? And so it can do rather than you going through all of them yourself and looking at them, you can say, hey, go on YouTube, search it out for me, and give me a report, so that I know what kind of content to produce. And then you can say, hey, give me a script for that content. And then you can go to chat and say, hey, give me a thumbnail for my YouTube. And then you can record the content, and then you can say, hey, go and edit the video and give me reels for that I can post. It'll do all that.
Wow.
Claude. So you can have other tools too to make reels and things like that, but Claude will do it if you train him up.
I did not realize that.
So a lot of social media marketing, I have it create carousels for me. From some long form content or teaching, I'll say, hey, give me the most impactful quotes out of my sermon, and make some carousel photos for me. And then he'll download them to my computer. Then I just upload them into social media.
So all the shorts that I see that you post on the daily on Instagram and Facebook, AI is posting that on your behalf.
Yeah. No, AI. AI.
Right on.
AI is doing all that.
Nice job.
Yeah.
So logistically, how often are you setting that up? Once a week, once a month? Like, what's that look like?
So once you get it trained, then you just give it the trigger word to say, hey, here's my sermon, make my stuff. And because it learns you over time.
Okay. For your shorts.
Yeah, for the shorts. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just upload the video to it, and then it'll so I put it on YouTube first.
Yeah.
And then I will send it to Link, and I say, transcribe this. And then I want you to read my teaching, and give me the best breaks that make sense for reels, the most impactful reels. And then it'll analyze it and be like, I think you should have a reel here, 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 and here. And I say, hey, add some music to it. And I have to use some back-end APIs with different other sources.
What's API?
It's like the back-end communication between different resources, I guess.
Okay.
Like Elevate, where you can, or any kind of music that you can like download from the internet, like an AI. So like I'll have an API where I'll tell it what kind of music I want, and it'll talk to that. I have to have a subscription with Elevate, but I don't have to go talk to Elevate. He'll go and talk to him, and it'll.
So it even puts it all together for you.
So as long as you give it, and I learned that because I asked him. I said, hey, this is what I want to do. What do I need? He goes, oh, you just need to go to this website, and you need an API. I'm like, okay, how do I do that? He's like, well, here. He tells me what I got to do, and I go and I give it to him, and then he has it. And then, so I just ask him as an employee, hey, what do you need, and what do I need to get to you? And then it directs me.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's teaching you. You tell it what you want.
Yeah.
And then it tells you how to make it happen, basically.
Yeah. And if it gets stuck, then I'll go to YouTube and try to find videos and upload it to him and say, hey, he's like, oh yeah, I can see that's a good idea. And then
quick learner.
Yeah. He's real fast.
That's a good hire.
Yeah. It's a great hire. Yeah. Yeah. No, really.
At first when you said that fee, now that I'm doing the math, like replace Riverside, all these little programs that are 40, 50,
It's true.
$60 that the monthly fee is starting to sound like it's a saver.
It really is.
I mean, if you could stop using Riverside and Opus Clip, I mean, that's about $100 right there.
That's
Those
right.
two.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's okay. Very good. I'm getting my money's worth in this conversation.
Yeah,
This is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been really interesting to see how fast it's advancing, even, you know,
Yeah.
with things. It's only going to improve for that sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next one is on the real estate analysis side, I'm constantly developing spreadsheets for analysis. And so I have backend APIs that can pull real estate comps. It can pull valuations. So I have it connected to a couple different backend APIs that will automatically pull the comps for me. I've trained it. And we analyze foreclosures, pre-foreclosures. So I'm able to train it up. And it constantly, as I'm doing more and more, I'm like, hey, can we add this? And so it's constantly improving. So I create spreadsheets that the team can see if a property so they're a mortgage company and like a private equity, and if a property is getting ready to go into foreclosure, they're asking the question: should we take this property back? Should we bid on it, or should we just get our cost basis, get our payoff? What should we do with this? So I analyze that property based upon values, and provide a spreadsheet to them. And that used to take me, one of those spreadsheets used to take me probably 4 hours. Now it takes me 10 minutes because I've trained AI to do it for me. And I just have to, as a good overseer, I have to look at it and check it and say, hey, why did you have this on there? And like, I don't like this. It's like, oh yeah, well, here's why, and so you have to just constantly be telling it what you want, just like an employee. You have to be like, hey, I like this part. I don't like this part. Can you add this? And over time it learns you. And so the next time you do it, it's closer to how you liked it, So, so for numbers, I mean, even like for bookkeeping, if you upload your bank statements to AI and say, make me a profit and loss statement, it'll do it really quickly. I have right now, I got to do that for one of my companies, and I'm just going to upload my bank statements for the year, and it'll read them and automatically create a profit and loss statement for me through Excel. So if I had to do a reimbursement request today because I had to do a travel trip for this real estate company. And I just took pictures of all the receipts, uploaded them to Google Drive. And I said, hey, make me a reimbursement spreadsheet based upon these receipts. Gave the name of the place, Quick Trip, the date, how much it was, right? And all I did was upload the receipts to it.
Wow.
And it had it done for me. So I uploaded that and I went on to working on something else, and it had it done in 4 or 5 minutes. So
okay,
anything Excel, it's a master whiz at Excel. It can do all kind of coding. I've done complex spreadsheets where it's a pro forma, where you have a dashboard and all the other tabs connect to the dashboard. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm not even that good at Excel myself. I just learned how to communicate those things well to AI on what I'm looking for, and then they can produce that.
Okay, so using AI to
analyze.
Yeah, the analytical side of business or our world.
Yeah.
What a time saver.
And it can make you, like I said before, it can make you a dashboard so you can see a financial snapshot of what's going on. You can do websites with that. You can do a web app. So, I mean, there's all kinds of creative ways you can visualize those things.
Make your own version of QuickBooks or Quicken.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's getting pretty crazy. Anything that you can think of anymore, if you know how to communicate to it and spend enough time on it, it can make customized web apps for yourself on what makes sense for your company. It's pretty nuts.
Okay.
So numbers, I have 2 more. You can even have it as a front desk person. So like sometimes when we have, when clients are reaching out, we need to convert those quickly. Like if somebody sends an email or they're trying to get a hold of you. So you can use Telegram, WhatsApp, you can do Facebook Messenger. But you can create automations where if somebody reaches out to you, it'll give them automated responses back.
Wow.
Okay. So then you're not, when a customer reaches out, you're able to get back to people quickly. Same thing with emails. If a customer emails you, you can prompt Claude to notify you when every morning. Okay. Do I have any customers I need to reach back out to? It'll organize those for you. It'll even create automated drafts that you can review and send, tweak. So this way, because, in this day and age, customers want their answers now. If you wait a couple of days to respond to them, you might miss out on your opportunity. I mean, they have, this is not with Claude Code, but they even have AI bots that will answer the phone for you now. There's subscription-based tools where you can have, and I'm not sure if you guys ever got any spam calls where it's an AI bot talking to you. Have you ever had any of those yet? I know I get those quite a bit. So I mean, you can anything you can think of. There's AI tools out there that can help automate front desk stuff as well, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was doing pretty good with AI up until this conversation. Whoa. Okay.
I'll say the biggest one. This is the fifth one, is web developer. I mean, Claude Code can make a website. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, my ministry website and the one that you guys will have access here too, my Red Cord Media website, it's all done by AI. And I just got really good at communicating what I want it to look like. And I would send it screenshots of other websites that I liked, and it can make anything that you can visually present to it, or you can communicate, it can make a website for you. Yeah. And in no time at all. It's pretty crazy, actually pretty scary. So in the publishing world, I always love to have websites for my clients, so I can make really nice book websites and blogs that are automated, back-end newsletters. It does everything really quickly for you. So I think that's probably been the funnest part for me, as I love seeing my biggest passion is helping somebody's dream come to life. And a website's a really good way to capture who somebody is, like a ministry website or an author website or a business website. I love to be able to capture who they are and be able to, whereas before I would have to know code and do all these things with WordPress. Now I can just communicate and upload pictures and get really creative. And then I can have it create exactly what I'm wanting it to create in a matter of minutes, which is pretty crazy.
What program are you using for the websites?
Claude Code.
Okay.
But I have it connected to Vercel. So that's a backend API, Vercel, Vercel. But there's other ones you can connect to. So that's one I pay another subscription to, is Vercel.
Okay.
And I have an API linked, so I just communicate to it. I have all my website clients, he knows them. So I'll say, hey, Noreen sent me so I have this lady that I update her blog posts for her. Every day she sends me a post. So I say, hey, go to my website, or go to my email, read Noreen's blog post, add it to her website, send her an email about it, and send out a newsletter to all her subscribers. So he'll do all that.
Wow.
Within a matter of minutes. I just tell it what I want to do. So it knows my clients because I've trained it on different clients and what they want. So I'm like, hey, on my website, here's my new blog. Go do your thing. I have to communicate what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's pretty nuts. Yeah. So far, I've tried to push Claude to his limits, and every time I'm always surprised on what it can do just by asking it questions. So.
Wow.
That's the 5 things. I'll go through them just quickly again. So the VA, you can have an administrative assistant, a marketing person, a numbers person, a front desk, and a web guy. That's what I've learned that I use on a daily basis for AI.
So even as a solopreneur, I'm just thinking through, making sure I won't leave anybody out. Even as a solopreneur, all of that is applicable to where they may be.
That's where I'm at. I mean, the company I work for full time, Aspen, I'm using it on a regular basis. But guys, when I'm at work, I have it working on multiple tasks for me, for ministry and for other stuff simultaneously. So as I'm sitting there at work getting all my stuff done, it's working on my stuff, but I also have it simultaneously working on other stuff. So while I'm there, I'm just directing my employees on what I want done for the day. I'm sitting there kind of just directing. I sometimes have 3 different AI tools going on at the same time, and I'm just kind of like overseeing it, sipping my coffee, making sure my AI tools are doing what I want it to do. And so I'm producing, 3 full-time jobs at the same time a lot of times.
How many businesses is AI helping you run?
So Aspen Funds is my real estate consulting business now, AI consulting as well.
Yep.
Red Cord Publishing, which is like, I have it help me with publishing content. I've got it trained on how to use InDesign, which is
Adobe.
Adobe InDesign.
That's a
so now
complicated program.
It has access to Adobe, and it can do that for me. It has access to Photoshop, so it can help me with Photoshop. And then I have it in a lot of my ministry stuff. Together in Battle Ministries. You can go to battletogether.com. I have all my stuff on there for free, all my books and stuff. So it helps me with publishing my content, my website, my blog, all that stuff. And then I have a couple people that have me on a monthly retainer for AI stuff. Like, hey, Cody, I want you to like just show me and teach me. So if they have questions on AI, or they need me to regularly update stuff, their website, their blog, stuff like that. So let's say.
So you're in about
those things.
4 or 5 businesses,
Yeah, I'd
and
say 4.
and you're
Yeah.
married. You have a daughter, beautiful
Yeah.
family, and I know you're home in the evenings,
Right.
and you prioritize them. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, for somebody listening, and they hear somebody that has 4 or 5 businesses, how do they do that and not have a life? Well, AI might be the answer.
100%. So like by the end of today, before I finished the day, I had my inbox clear. I had all my stuff updated. I was just like, I'm done. I'm gonna go home, and my wife and my daughter are at camp right now. So I just went home to my pup and my cat. But, and then I was able to have it. So I have a website for this gathering tonight, but I said, hey, on the way, as I was leaving, I said, hey, give me a PDF from my site that I can use for the teaching tonight. And so while I was on my way home, it sent me the PDF that I have on my
Nice.
that has all the breakdown of what I was going to talk about. So, yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add before I mention a workshop that you have coming up?
Let's see. Now, I would say, guys, if really going from a dabbler to an operator is the key. From just toying around with it, right, to actually being intentional on training an employee. That's the difference. So if you can go from being a dabbler to an operator, that's what's going to make the difference. It's like, okay, I really want an employee. I'm going to invest in an employee and have that mindset. Like, okay, I want an employee that I'm going to train on my business. Then that's when you'll start seeing a lot of fruit, and it'll help alleviate a lot of time for you. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah, it does. That's good.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of details, right? You didn't get into the nuts and bolts of how to do what, and some of that you alluded to, and yet you have an opportunity coming up. Is it a workshop? Is that right?
I do. So this Saturday at 10 a.m., you guys will have the link on there. You can get it. But I'm going to do getting started with Claude Code. So if you're like, hey, I don't even know where to start. How do I download it? How do I, a lot of people are like, this is my first time ever trying this kind of thing. So wherever you're at, I'll help you get it downloaded to your computer. You'll be able to just get started with the basic simple steps of navigating. What's the difference between the chat feature, the co-work feature, the Claude Code feature? How can I kind of get started in it? And so I have that coming up this coming Saturday. It's $47, and it'll be probably a 2-hour workshop where you guys can ask me questions. We'll help you guys get it set up so you can start learning how to be an operator, and really first things first, how do you get it on your computer? How do you give it access to your files, your Gmail or your email? How do you give it access so you can start working with it and prompting it and things like that? So,
is this in person or online?
It's online.
Okay, got it.
So it'll be through a Google Meet.
Okay.
On there, so you'll get a link once you go on there. You'll pay the $47. You'll get a link to the Google Meet.
What's the name of the website for people online?
I have it here. It is redcordmedia.com/AI-team.
Okay.
So your AI team, but it's redcordmedia.com/AI-team.
Got it. So if this Saturday doesn't work logistically, there'll be another opportunity.
Yeah. And also, I mean, if you just want to reach out to me, if you want to hire me to really help you get it set up, and really help you get your business going, running full time, I'm offering a $1,500 setup fee. So for those that want to go deeper and hey, Cody, I want you to help me get this thing set up for my business specifically and get it operating and going. And that would be a one-time setup fee. And the goal from that would be by the time I'm done, you'll have it operating and fully functioning for your business. So I would be willing to do that.
Okay.
So I have those 2 opportunities right there. If you just want to get started and kind of learn it, I have a workshop coming up. But if you really want to get it set up and spend a lot of time on it, and I'll guide you through, hold your hand, really getting it set up on how to communicate, how to get it functioning for your business, I just charge $1,500 for it.
So if somebody's looking to make a hire for maybe an administrative assistant, whether it's full-time or part-time, this actually might be a time-saving, money-saving opportunity.
Yeah,
it sounds
I
like.
would help you set up, those 5 employees that I mentioned. I would help you set up those 5 or whatever way or mix that makes sense for you, for your business. If you're like, hey, Cody, this is what I need. then we'd sit down together, either online or come to your house, or we can meet somewhere, and I just get you set up on Cloud Code specifically and how to get it fully operating for your company.
Okay. So for those online, I'll put the link in.
Okay. Yeah.
The description, of course. And then for the folks here, we're going to transition to Q&A time. So Matthew, if you could grab those 2 bar stools, that'd be wonderful. Or maybe these 2 over here.